Hello, and welcome to my lesson on third conditional sentences. This lesson looks at how to form and use third conditional sentences while looking at ways to reduce plastic waste in the environment. This lesson has a skill focus of writing. After watching this video, students should be able to create sentences using the third conditional to talk about plastic waste in the environment. So to start, what are the 6 R's to help reduce plastic waste? Reduce, choose to buy fewer things that are packaged in non-recyclable plastic. Reuse, use containers that you can use again and again. For example, glass or metal containers. Rethink, when making or building something, don't use plastic. Wouldn't it be nice if the iPhone came in wood? If you're building a fence, use wood or metal. Repair. Repair things that are made from plastic. Don't throw them away. Refuse. Say no to single-use plastics like food containers or plastic bags. Recycle. Donate plastic items like clothes and shoes. This lesson is on third conditionals, but let's review conditionals. All conditional sentences have 2 clauses, the if clause and the main clause, or the result clause. If I get sick, I go to the doctor. 0 conditional. If I get sick, I will go to the doctor. 1st conditional. If I got sick, I would go to the doctor. 2nd conditional. If I had gotten sick, I would have gone to the doctor. 3rd conditional. Let's look at 0 conditional again. 0 conditional is used for habits, facts, or truths. The formula, if plus the present simple plus the present simple. If I get sick, I go to the doctor. First conditional, used for possible and likely outcomes. The formula, if plus the present simple plus will plus the verb infinitive. If I get sick, I will go to the doctor. Second conditional, used for unreal situations with imaginary results. Formula, if plus the past simple plus would plus the verb infinitive. If I got sick, I would go to the doctor. All right, it's time to look at the third conditional. The third conditional is used to talk about the past. It's used to describe a situation that didn't happen and to imagine the result of this situation. It's used to talk about impossible conditions. They are impossible because they happened in the past and we cannot change them. So, for example, it would often be used to talk about a past regret. Impossible conditions because they happened in the past and we cannot change them. Regrets, like plastic waste. Let's look at an example. If you had repaired the plastic table, you would not have thrown it away. Did you repair the plastic table? No. Did you keep the table? No. Did you throw it away? Yes. But if you had repaired the plastic table, you would not have thrown it away. Let's look at the formula of third conditional. We make a third conditional sentence using two clauses, the if clause and the main clause. The if clause is created with if and the past perfect. The main clause, or the imaginary result clause, is created with a past modal and a past participle. The if clause is used with past perfect and had, so we use had plus the past participle. The past perfect tense is for talking about something that happened before something else. The formula for the past perfect tense is had plus a past participle. It doesn't matter if the subject is singular or plural, the formula doesn't change. If I had woken up earlier this morning, if they had eaten before they left. The main clause is created with a past modal and a past participle. The main clause in a third conditional sentence can contain any of the following past modal verbs. Would have, something you wanted to do but didn't. Could have, you had the ability to do something in the past, but you didn't do it. Might have. This is used to express uncertainty about a past event. Let's look at some main clause examples. I would have brought my own reusable containers. I could have taken them home to be washed. I might have refused a plastic straw. So like I said, the third conditional is used for impossible conditions. They're impossible because they happened in the past and we cannot change them. The formula, if plus the past perfect, comma, past modal plus the past participle. Let's look at some examples. If you had repaired the plastic table, you could have kept it and not thrown it away. If I had planned ahead, I would have used my own reusable bags. Let's look at the two clauses in each of the sentences. In the first sentence, the first clause, the if clause, if you had repaired the plastic table, in orange. The main clause, you could have kept it and not thrown it away. In the second sentence, if I had planned ahead, the if clause, I would have used my own reusable bags, the main clause. Third conditional sentences can be created two ways. The first way, with the if clause at the beginning and the main clause at the end. So if plus the past perfect, and a comma, a past modal, and the past participle. Or you can put the main clause at the beginning. Would have plus a past participle plus if and the past perfect. Notice that you don't use a comma after the if clause if you start with the main clause. I would have used my own bags if I had planned ahead. I might have refused a plastic straw if I had known it would end up in the garbage. I could have repaired the plastic table if I had wanted to reduce my plastic waste. All of these examples have the main clause first. Would not have, could not have, and might not have. Negative past modals. You can use negative verbs in the main clause. If I had remembered my cloth bags, I would not have used plastic bags. Let's look at the formula again more closely. If plus the past perfect, comma, past modal plus a past participle. And here are some examples. If I had used reusable cutlery, I could have taken them home to be washed instead of throwing them away. If I had drunk from my personal water bottle, I might have avoided using a plastic one. If I had planned ahead, I would have packed my own reusable containers. If I had remembered my cloth bags, I would not have used plastic bags. If I had known the fast food takeout came in black plastic containers, I would have brought my own reusable containers. Each of these third conditional sentences start with the if clause, followed by the past perfect and the past participle. In the main clause, we have our past modal and our past participle. I wanted to take a look at the second sentence more closely. If I had drunk from my personal water bottle, I might have avoided using a plastic one. The word drunk is the past participle of drink. You wouldn't say, I have drunk my water. You would say, I drank water. So drink in the past tense is drank. But when you're using drink as a past participle, the word is drunk. There's a difference. It's a little tricky. All right, that's the end of my lesson. Look for the practice activities in the description box below.